Hello students. Today we are going to learn to solve the word problems. Word problems based on quadratic equations. Okay, so let's just get started with it. Practice set 2.6. Now whenever we have to solve any kind of word problem, we have to first read that question very carefully. Find out what is the information given in that question and then first form the equation. If you can form the equation correctly, 50% of your job is done. We have already solved word problems in practice set 1.5 also, but there we had two variables x and y because those were linear equations in two variables. But here, since these word problems are based on quadratic equations, here we will have only one variable. So you have to keep in mind, okay, now in the exam both will come together. So you have to understand after reading the question whether it is based on linear equations in two variables or it is a question of quadratic equation. Okay, so if you find that there is a multiplication, okay, or there is something like a square or something, then it should be based on quadratic equation. Now in the first question itself, you'll see product. Product means multiplication. So let's just read the question carefully first. The product of Pragati's age 2 years ago and 3 years hence is numerically 84. Find her present age. Okay. Now let's assume her present age to be x. Let's assume her present age to be x. Then 2 years ago her age will be x minus 2. And 3 years hence means 3 years after this time, after this present age. So that's going to be x plus 3. Okay, so this is her age 2 years ago and this is 2 years after. Now product of these two, product they have said, product means multiplication, product of these two. The product of Pragati's age 2 years ago and 3 years hence is 84. That's it. We got an equation. Now just solve this equation, get the value of x and you will get the required answer. So let us just see how we are going to solve it. Just multiply both the brackets. How do we multiply? You can break the first bracket. X multiply with the second whole bracket. That will be x plus 3. Then this minus 2 multiply with the second whole bracket. X plus 3. So we break the first bracket, keep the second bracket as it is. If you want, you can break the second bracket also. Answer will be same. Now multiply this x inside the bracket. X into x, you will get x square plus x into 3 will be 3x minus 2x. Now multiply that 2 inside the bracket. 2x minus 2x. 2 3s are 6 minus. It is going to be minus. Minus plus is minus. 3 2s are 6. And this 84 was here. I bring this 84 this side. It becomes minus. Minus 84 is equal to 0. Okay. So now I get x square. 3x minus 2x is x plus x minus 6 minus 84. Minus minus. Similar signs. Similar signs. So we add and give the same sign to the answer. Minus 90 is equal to 0. Okay. Now this is a quadratic equation and here The last term, it's 90. Now we got to factorize this 90. Find the factors of 90 in such a way. See, last term has got minus sign. So after subtracting, I should be getting 1. See, middle term is 1. Okay. So factors of 90 I can choose as 10 9s are 90. And 10 minus 9 will give me 1. Middle term sign is positive. So that has to be given to the greater number. And this number will get negative sign. So I will get, factors will be written as, I split the middle term, this x, and write as x square plus 10x minus 9x minus 90 is equal to 0. And then group them into 2's like these. From the first group I will take x common. Then what will I get? X plus 10 inside the bracket. And from the next group I will take minus 9 common. So what do I get? X plus 10 in the next bracket also. See, this minus has gone out, so sign will change. This will become plus. 9 has gone out. 9 tens are 90. So what remains inside the bracket here is 10. X plus 10 again. Why? Because minus is outside the bracket. So here this also is going to be x plus 10, which is equals to 0. Now x plus 10 bracket is common. Take it common outside. So x plus 10, x minus 9 are my factors. I got the factors. After that, what do? We equate each factor to 0. Equate each factor to 0 and get the value of x. So here we are going to get x is equal to minus 10 and x is equal to plus 9 as the solution of this quadratic equation. So let's go over this sum once again and see if we are following. The important part is to read the question carefully and to be able to form the equation. Once you are able to form the correct equation, then you will never go wrong. So let Pragati's present age be x years. Her age 2 years ago was x minus 2 years and her age 3 years from now will be x plus 3 years. Now according to the given condition, product they have said, product means multiplication. So x minus 2 into x plus 3 is equal to 84. So then we multiply, and after multiplying and getting the factors, we get x is equal to minus 10 or x is equal to 9. But see, this present age, x is what? Present age. Age of anybody cannot be negative. How can the age be negative, right? So x minus 10, x is equal to minus 10 is not possible. So x is equal to 9. Okay. Therefore, Pragati's present age is 9 years. Okay. Now we'll move on to the next sum. Let's read the sum carefully first. The sum of the squares of two consecutive even natural numbers, not just natural numbers, they are even natural numbers, is 244. Find the numbers. Now what are even numbers? Numbers that are divisible by 2, or the numbers that are all coming in 2's table, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 and go on. Okay. So since it is even natural number, if I assume, and there are two consecutive even natural numbers. So if I assume one number to be x, the other number will be x plus 2. Now x plus 2 will be the number after this, or you can choose x minus 2 also. Okay, if you assume the smaller number to be x, bigger number would be x plus 2. Okay, like that. Now this is supposed to be the the sum of the squares of two consecutive even natural numbers. Now even natural number part we did. What else they have said? Sum of the squares. Now we have to take squares of these two and then sum of it. Squares and sum. So we have to square these two numbers because they have said sum of the squares of. Now x and this are the two numbers, so we got to square them first and then take the sum of it. Okay, is how much? 244. We got the equation. Now once you got the equation, then you have to just solve the equation and get the required answer. That's it. Okay, so now what do? This is x square plus this bracket, solve it using the formula a plus b the whole bracket square. So that's a square plus 2 into, let me put a dot there, not multiplication sign, otherwise we will get confused in what is x and what is multiplication. 2 into a into b, 2 into a into b plus b square. This is the formula of a plus b the whole bracket square, which is equals to 244. X square plus x square will be 2x square. Now 2 2s are 4, so that is going to be plus 4x plus 2 square is 4, and bring that 244 this side, so it is going to become minus 244 equals to 0. Now 4 minus plus minus, so subtract and give the sign of the greater number. So that is going to be 2x square plus 4x minus 240. 244 minus 4, 240, and give the greater number sign to the answer. Okay. Now this is our quadratic equation, but in order to simplify, now see all are divisible by 2. I will divide throughout by 2 in order to simplify. So that's x square plus x minus 120. Okay. Now solve this. You have to factorize 120. Sorry, this is 2x. See, I have divided by 2 throughout, no? So this 2 gone. This is 4x, so that should become 2x minus 120. I have to factorize 120 in such a way. See, there is a minus sign. I have to find the factors after subtracting, and they should give me plus 2 after subtracting. So 12 tens are 120, and 12 minus 10 gives me this 2. Middle term sign is plus, so give that middle term sign to the greater number. That other number is going to be negative. So we got the factors. Now split this middle term and write the factors. So how do we write that? X square plus 12x minus 10x minus 120 is equal to 0. Now group these together, okay, and take common. From these two, what I can take common is x. So that's x in the bracket, x plus 12. And here what I am taking common is minus 10. So what remains inside is x plus 12 again. Okay, equals to 0. So x plus 12, x minus 10 are my factors. Now I don't know if you realize this. What factors we had got there, same thing we are getting here after solving, right? X plus 12 and x minus 10. So therefore x is equal to minus 12 or x is equal to 10. So we have got the value of x to be x is equal to minus 12 or x is equal to 10. But minus, these are natural numbers. Natural numbers cannot be negative, right? So x is equal to minus 12 will not be possible because it is a natural number. Natural numbers are not negative. Therefore, we will choose the plus or the positive value only. Let the two consecutive even natural numbers be x and x plus 2. So by given condition we get this. We solve the equation. Okay, then divide by 2. Then we factorize. We get the factors plus 12x and minus 10x. Okay, and then we get the value of x to be minus 12 or x is equal to 10. But minus 12 is not a natural number. Therefore, it is not possible to have its value to be equal to minus 12. So therefore, x is equal to 10. Okay. Now we have assumed the two natural numbers to be x and x plus 2. So the two natural numbers are going to be 10 and 10 plus 2 means 12. Okay. So it is very, very important to write the final answer whenever there is a word problem. So we write the final answer and nicely underline it or highlight it. The required two consecutive even natural numbers are 10 and 12. And then we come to the third sum. In the orchard of Mr. Madhusudan, there are 150 orange trees. The number of trees in each row is 5 more than that in each column. Find the number of trees in each row and each column with the help of following flowchart. They have given a flowchart. So this is a kind of activity type sum they have given. But before we go to that activity, first let us understand what is the sum. What is actually given in here. Okay. So in the orchard there are 150 orange trees. Okay. But they have arranged the trees in rows and columns. So this logic just understand. Suppose there were 4. Now this is a row. Okay. In each row there were 4 trees. 4 orange trees in each row. And in each column there were 3 trees. In each row there were 4 trees and in each column there were 3 trees. Then total, how many trees are there? 4 into 3 is 12. You can count the dots and find out they are 12, right? So this is how we get the answer by multiplying. So similarly, if we assume that in the column there are x trees, then how many will be in the row? See what is given, what condition is given. The number of trees in each row is 5 more. I told you 5 more, 5 less you have to add. Is 5 more than that in each column. Column we have assumed x. So row is going to be x plus 5. So we got what number of trees are there in row and column. So total how many trees will be there? X into x plus 5. We have to multiply these two. Like how we multiplied here. 4 into 3 is equal to 12. So like that only here we have to multiply x into x plus 5. So find the number of trees in each row and each column. So basically we have to find this x and x plus 5. Now total there are 150 orange trees. So x into x plus 5 is equal to 150. Simple. Simple logic this is. Now just multiply that x inside. X square plus 5x, and bring this 150 this side. That will become minus 150 is equal to 0. Now factorize this 150 in such a way that after subtracting, see last term sign is negative, so after subtracting we have to find the factors. Okay, after subtracting we should get 5 we should get plus 5. Okay, let me erase this part. So 15 tens are, how about 15 tens are? Check. 15 tens are 150, and 15 minus 10 gives me 5, right? Middle term sign is positive, that has to be given to the greater number, and other number is going to be negative then. Okay, so the factors would be plus 15 and minus 10. So we are going to get finally x plus and x minus 10. As the factors. Okay, and when you equate each factor to 0, you will get x is equal to minus 15 or x is equal to 10. Okay, but these are number of trees, and number of trees, how can they be negative, right? So we will choose x positive value only, x is equal to 10. So this was quite simple logic, but only the thing is this sum is given in the form of activity. You don't have to directly solve it, or maybe you solve it and then fill up the activity flowchart. But whatever way the question is asked, that way only you have to do it. So this is how they have given, along with the question, they have given this flowchart. That means they have given you the directions in which you have to go. The number of trees in each column is x. The number of trees in each row will be then x plus 5. Okay. The total number of trees would be x into x plus 5, because they have given total number of trees 150. Then we come to here. Frame a quadratic equation. We framed it, right? X into x plus 5 is equal to 150. Then find the value of x. We found two values we got for x. One is x is equal to minus 15, and other one was x is equal to 10. But we did not choose the negative value. We chose the positive value, that is x is equal to 10. Then how many trees in each column and how many trees in each row? Then find the final answer. That's it. So this is how we did it. We assumed the number of trees in each column to be x and row to be x plus 5. Then total number of trees x into x plus 5. And then we equated it to 150. We solved the quadratic equation. We got the values for x. Okay. And we chose the positive value, x is equal to 10. Therefore the number of trees in each column and each row is 10 and 15 respectively. This is how we answered in the flow chart. Okay, I hope it is clear. We'll move to the next sum. Vivek is 5 years older than Kishore. So let us assume Kishore's age to be x and Vivek is 5 years older than him. So that's going to be x plus 5. 5 years older. The sum of the multiplicative inverse of their ages is 1 upon 6. Multiplicative inverse of this is going to be 1 upon x. And this is going to be 1 upon x plus 5. This is what we mean by multiplicative inverse, right? Now, what they have said, sum of multiplicative inverse. So, take a sum. Therefore, by given condition, take a sum. Sum of multiplicative inverses is how much? Is given 1 upon 6. Okay. Now, solve this equation. That's it. This is a just cross multiply over here. You get x plus 5 plus this x into 1 is x upon x into x plus 5 is equal to 1 upon 6. And then just solve it further now. How do we do it? 2x, x plus x is 2x upon, multiply this x inside the bracket, x into x is x square plus 5x is equal to 1 upon 6. Now again cross multiply here also, bring this 6 here, this side, it will become multiplication, it is division here. So 6 2s are 12, 12x it will become. And this part will go that side, it was division, it will become multiplication. Okay, here this is 2x, it was not just 2x, 2x plus 5 it was. Okay. So this 6 comes this side and becomes multiplied with that 6. See, this x plus x is 2x plus 5, and this x is multiplied inside the bracket, x into x is x square, 5 into x is 5x. Now bring that 6 this side, that will become 6 into 2x plus 5 is equal to, bring this x square plus 5x that side, x square plus 5x. Multiply this 6 inside the bracket now, 6 2s are 12, 12x plus 6 5s are 30 is equal to x square plus 5x. Okay, now just rearrange and get the quadratic equation in the standard form, solve it and get the value of x. That's it. We have already got the quadratic equation over there. Solve that quadratic equation and get the value of x. So present age of Kishore we assume x, present age of Vivek is x plus 5. Then the inverses or the reciprocals are 1 upon x and 1 upon x plus 5. Therefore by given condition we get this. Here we cross multiply first, x plus 5 in plus x, x plus 5 plus x and upon multiply x into x plus 5. And this side 1 upon 6. So x plus x is 2x now plus 5 this is how we get the equation. Now factorize 30, factors of 30 which after subtracting should give me 7. Now find out which factors of 30 which after subtracting give me 7. 10 3s are 30 and 10 minus 3 is 7. Okay, so we will choose those factors. X is equal to 10 or x is equal to minus 3 we get. But the age cannot be negative, so minus option we don't take. So this is how we get the present ages of Kishore and Vivek as 10 years and 15 years respectively. Let's move to the next sum. Suresh scored 10 marks more in the second unit test than that in the first unit test. So assume in the first unit test he got x marks. In the second unit test he got 10 marks more than the first unit test. This is what the first line says. Now the next condition, 5 times the marks in the second unit test. 5 times means multiply by 5. 5 times the marks in the second unit test is equal to square of the marks in the first unit test. Is equal to square of the marks in the first unit test. Find his score in the first unit test. So find x. We have already got the equation. Solve this equation and get the value of x. That's it. So that's 5x plus 5 tens are 50 is equal to x square. Now just rearrange these terms. Keep x square, then only bring these terms that side, because x square term we don't want to be negative. So x square minus 5x minus 50 is equal to 0. Now factorize this 50 in such a way that we should be getting 5 after subtracting. 10 5s are 50 and 10 minus 5 gives me 5. Middle term sign should be given to the negative number, the greater number. Okay, so x minus 10 and x plus 5 are going to be the factors of this. And then we will get the values of x to be 10 and minus 5. But the marks cannot be negative. So we will choose x is equal to 10 and x is equal to minus 5 will be avoided. We will not take the negative marks, because marks cannot be negative. Marks are never given in negatives. So we will not take the negative. We will only take the positive value. Okay, so he scored x in the first unit test. Then he scored x plus 10 marks in the second unit test. 5 times and then square. Okay, this is how we solve the quadratic equation and we get the value, but marks cannot be negative. So x is equal to minus 5, we don't choose. Therefore x is equal to 10 and hence Suyar scored 10 marks in the first unit test. Okay, we will stop here. Remaining 5 sums we will do in the next video. I hope this was clear to you, students. Thank you so much.